Well, we're going to finish over on You and Drama, as that channel is now called, and also on the streaming service You, where this will arrive as a box set from Saturday the 19th of October. It's a new crime drama called Blackshore, and here's a clip.
As part of our investigation, we're very keen to locate this young woman and making sure that she is safe.
How would you respond to questions about your suitability, given your personal history with a similar case here in Blackwater?
You mean the death of my family?
Everyone knows her father killed that Chloe Whelan girl. Their babysitter goes missing, and the next day Jack Lucy goes and kills his family.
Drugs, young girls, it's a sickness you have.
We're in this now.
We've had a lot of new crime dramas recently, and again, I sort of say, how can we make this any different? You know, because we all love a crime drama, don't get me wrong, but it's a well-oiled machine these days, isn't it? And kind of what are you going to do that makes it different to the one before? Or perhaps it just doesn't need to be because we enjoy them so much, and that's why they keep making them. But this is a bit different because there's quite a lot of twists and turns. It's a 6-part crime thriller, and it's based around this very straight-talking Dublin detective called Fia Lucy, and again, a bit like we were talking in the last podcast, they're kind of drawing on very sort of modern situations. I think we were talking in the Australian office about the fact that, you know, coming back from COVID and trying to get people back in the office. And they're kind of drawn on situations which are ever current and very ever topical of undue force, perhaps used by police. And we hear that all the time. So they've kind of used a topical thing and used that as a platform. And she is accused of using undue force in her policing. And she's sent sort of off, if you like, to oversee a missing persons case, but it's in her hometown. And this is where the sort of the creepy, thrillery part comes in, because as always, this is a sleepy, pretty creepy place anyway that you wouldn't want to necessarily go back to. She's got a bit of a backstory because she has to also deal with it as a family tragedy, and she's kind of walked away from that. She doesn't really want to go back, but that's where she's sent, of course, in a twist of fate. And there's lots of flashbacks in this. You find out that her father Jack killed her mother and brother in this murder-suicide at their home. That was 20 years previously, and then he was linked to the disappearance of a local teenager, Chloe. Now, whilst the community are fairly kind to her, and in terms of her losing her family, the mother of Chloe is not, and she feels that she kind of feels that there's questions unanswered. So it's kind of, there's lots of twists and turns, and there's lots of kind of plots running through it, really. And I from what I've seen so far, I quite liked it. As I say, I feel like it's well-trodden ground, these kind of crime dramas. But I think this probably does do something a little bit different. It's still got that sort of... the bit that you like is the crime, finding out the whodunit, I suppose. But actually, it's all the other layers that run in between it. And also this policewoman's want to prove her worth, her value, putting everything that's happened behind her. And I suppose instead of running away from where all the problems were, she's going back and having to face it. So you learn a lot about her character. It's a character with a lot of depth. So I thought it was, from what I've seen so far, I really quite enjoyed it. What do you think, Ian?
I did like it. Obviously it's got a lot of familiar elements. So, troubled cop going back to a small town, which is full of sort of secrets and memories. And yeah, again, we're going to have the dead body of a woman turning up, and then we're going to have another young woman who's being held captive. So that, there's a lot of that in crime drama, isn't there? But I do like the character of Fia. In fact, I took an instant like to her because she starts off, we see her in the pub on her own having a drink, and then this drug dealer is assaulting a woman in the toilet, and she follows him in and breaks his nose. So I thought, yeah, good on you. So that's why she gets disciplined. But yeah, she's quite cool, isn't she? She's quite a cool character. And when she goes home, her colleagues don't want her there. They don't like her. As you said, there are people in the town who really don't like her, but she doesn't really care. She just kind of does her own thing, goes her own way, and she's partnered with this colleague who's, you know, who really doesn't want to be working with her and is, you know, just rubs her up the wrong way. So what I do like about it is it's relatively simple to follow, because a lot of crime dramas can be so bloody convoluted, can't they? There's the story of a girl who's gone missing, which unfolds, and then we're also getting, in classic fashion, flashbacks to the family tragedy and an associated death. So I liked it. I liked the Irish setting. I thought the lead was very good. I think it's perfectly decent crime drama. Recommended.